You ever hear something so wrong, so impossible, that your brain just refuses to believe it? Yeah. I thought I was just being paranoid. I wish I still thought that. It was supposed to be 3 of us on this hunting trip. 3 days in the deep Minnesota woods, freezing our asses off, shooting at deer that always seemed 2 miles away. But when the weather turned nasty early, my buddies bailed. Mike, the guy who swore he wasn't scared of anything, left before sunset, muttering something about roads icing over. I laughed at him. I even told him, "Fine, run home. I'll enjoy my steak in peace." I wish I hadn't said that. By nightfall, it hit me how quiet the forest was. And not peaceful camping quiet. This was the kind of silence that makes your ears ring. I stood outside for a good minute, just listening. No wind, no crunch of snow from a squirrel, no coyote yips in the distance. Felt like the whole forest was holding its breath. I tried to shake it off, joking to myself, "Great, nature's giving me the silent treatment now." I turned to head inside and snap. A branch breaking, not falling from a tree, stepping on one. I called out, "Hello!" Nothing. Another snap. Closer. Now, if this were a horror movie, I'd run back inside, right? But I told myself, it's just a deer, or a moose, or a serial killer who loves snow. I wasn't sure which was worse. I grabbed my flashlight and scanned the trees. Nothing. But when I turned back toward the cabin, my boots weren't the only tracks in the snow. The second set of prints? Huge. The stride was wrong, like something walking on legs too long for its body. And here's the part that still chills me: they didn't go to the cabin. They circled it. I stood there, heart pounding, thinking maybe Mike had messed with me. But the prints weren't shaped like boots. They were more like stretched toes, claw marks. I was about to go inside when I caught movement in the corner of my eye. Something tall, too tall, standing at the edge of the trees. When my flashlight beam swung toward it, it ducked behind a trunk. I laughed nervously. "Nice try, Sasquatch." But that laugh didn't last long. The storm got worse, the wind howling like something screaming in the distance. Every time I turned away from the window, I'd hear tapping. Not a knock, not random, tapping, like claws on wood. 3 taps. Pause. 3 taps again. Then it got worse. The smell. Rot. Old meat. Like roadkill left in the sun for days. That's when I remembered my grandfather's words. If you smell death in the forest, you're too close to the Wendigo. I told myself, nope, not real. Just my brain messing with me. That's when I heard it. "Help, please." It was Mike's voice. But Mike was hours away by now. Or at least, he should have been. The voice came from outside, and it kept calling, "Come on. It's cold. Open the door." I grabbed my rifle, heart racing. But then, I saw something through the window. Mike, standing perfectly still in the snow, maybe 30 feet away. No jacket, no steam from his breath, just staring. I called his name, and without moving his lips, he smiled. Not a normal smile, one that stretched too far, teeth too sharp. That's when I realized whatever that thing was, it wasn't Mike. It circled the cabin slowly, its head tilting at weird angles, like it was studying me. Then the tapping returned, this time on the back wall. But when I looked out the front window, Mike was still there. It was toying with me. I set the couch on fire, smashed the back window, and bolted into the storm. I ran without stopping, without looking back, until I reached the frozen road. When I finally got cell service, I called Mike. He didn't answer. The next morning, the sheriff found his truck, abandoned halfway to town. The driver's seat was ripped apart, blood everywhere. They never found his body. So whatever I saw, it had already eaten Mike. and it wanted me next. If you ever hear your friend's voice in the forest, don't answer, because it might not be them.